In this video, we're going to explore how you can use or how you can understand the comparison operators in JavaScript. And the comparison operators are basically the numbers or the JavaScript terms or icons that mean something. And these are probably very familiar in math-related writing. So let's start and explore this. But before that, let me tell you something about a Chart.JS course. If you're interested in Chart.JS, check out my Udemy course in the description box. In there, you can find a link directing to my Chart.JS course on Udemy, going deep into the Chart.JS course. All right, so let's start and explore the comparison operator in JavaScript here. So what we're going to do here, this is my HTML document, and in here we're going to explore the different comparison operators. So what are the comparison operators? So first of all, you've probably seen these. This symbol here is a very common one. You have another one like this. Oh, this symbol. And then what we have more, we have the equal, we have double equal, we have triple equal, we have this one here, equal, and we have the smaller equal. All right, so this is very, very important to understand. So first one, let's start with the equal sign. This is the easiest one to understand, which means equal. This is an assignment, not even equal. Basically, what we do with this is you assign a variable with this. And this is very, very important to pay attention to, because many people tend to make a mistake if they make an if statement where they compare, they say if, and then they make here, let's say, if 10 equals 10, or if variable equals 10, let's say sales equals 10, they do it like this. But what happens if you do this? This basically means assigning. So meaning that this variable, the sales variable, has now the value of 10, which is not what you want, because you probably want to compare it. If you want to compare it, you need 2 equals or 3 equals. This one here will assign it. So basically you will rename the variable to 10. Remember that. So that's very, very important. All right. So what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to give a variable here or a constant. And this constant, we will say here, sales as a value of 10. All right. So what we want to do now is we want to compare that. So if you're going to compare this, we do an if statement. Let's put this out. All right. So we have this if statement here. It says if this equals 10, if sales equals 10, we can say here that this is correct. So we say here console.log, and then say here yes. All right. So once we do that, I can see here this I can remove because this is already being used here above. And let's put it here between, so that will look a bit more better. So save this. You will see now if I open up my console log, you can see here, yes, that is correct. The reason why it now compares this is 10. If I say this is 10, but this is a string 10, well, this is a number 10, you will see here, yes as well. No problem at all. And the reason why is because these two are still identical, because this is not strict. This is just equal, comparing equal. So if we do strict, so we are going to equal strict or comparing strict, meaning strict will check not only on what is in the item here, what is the text, but also the type. In our case here, this is a string. This one is not a string, this is a number. So if we save this, now you'll see it doesn't show anything. And the reason why it doesn't show is it is not the case. So we can do even an else. Let's put in an else here. Say else. Then we say here, no. No, I will just move this down, put it here. I don't know why it just dumped down there. So this is now, you will see here, now we get the value of no, which is correct, because it is not the same according to the strict rules. Because this is a number, this is a string. However, if I change this to a string, refresh, now we get yes, and the reason why we get yes is because now it's exactly identical. It's a string and it contains number 10. All right, so the next one we can do is this value here. What is this value? I'm going to just remove this and put this in here and remove these two numbers again. Then say if sales is bigger or equal to 10, show yes. Let's save this and let's check what happened here. You can see now this is correct. The reason why is it is equal to 10 or bigger. Oh, always, this is a very important note, always put the bigger or smaller, you will see later on with the smaller symbol first and after the equal sign. If you only want bigger, if sales is bigger than 10, you will see now in our case that's not the case because this is 10 and that's 10, so it should show no. Refresh here and now we get the value no, it's smaller, which is correct. So if I change this now to 11, you will see here, refresh, now it's correct because it's 11. If it's 10.01, let's see what happens then. You can see yes, this is true because it is bigger, even if it's a decimal bigger. So now we have this, and now what we can do is exactly the same as the opposite. This is smaller, basically here now. This one is bigger because you can see the end here has the big part and pointing towards this. If it points towards the value, it means that the pointed value should be smaller than that. So sales is smaller than 10. This is true, yes or no? No, because why? Our value is right now 10, so it's equal. So if I say this, 9, now it is smaller, you can see it's yes. So let's do exactly the opposite here as well, or let's do this one. It is smaller or equal to 10. If that's the case, here we can save this, refresh, there you are. That's correct. And if we do 11 here, you will see now, no. Alright, so let's put this back to 10. So next one is the following here. So now we have these, we covered all of these already, we already covered this. Then we can do still one more here, which is basically the one that I forgot to put in here. We can put it in here, which is not equal to. So if sales is not equal to 10, show yes. If it is equal, show no. So we say here, no, it is equal, which is in our case, it will be equal because this is 10 and that's 10. Let's check here. No, it is equal, so that's correct. So if I say now this is 9, yes, it is correct because it is not equal to 9. So sales is not equal to the comparison value here. And that's basically how you can use the comparison operator, understanding all of these meaning here. So basically this one is assigning a value or variable, which should never be used for comparison. Never use that for comparison. This one is, as you can see here, whatever is here is bigger, and this one is smaller. So that means, let's say here, this would be bigger or equal to ... This one is smaller or equal to the comparing value. This one is bigger than, and this one is smaller than, and this is here equal, not strict. This one is equal, strict, comparing not only the value but also the type, which is string, number, etc., etc. And this one is not equal to the comparing value. So that's it. So that's related to the comparison operators. Just make sure you always pay attention on this one. This is a very common one that people make mistakes on. Even I do sometimes in the if statement without knowing. You just do it like this. And what happens then if you do it like this, just to make sure you understand, if we say this, what happened here now, sales equals 9, which is always a yes. So if you do this here, well, of course, now right now you cannot apply that. The reason why is because there's a const. And consts are not allowed to assign twice. So if we do variable, it will always say yes, no matter what. Even if this is 1,000,000, you will see here, what happens is, if we save this, it's still yes. And the reason why is if we do here now, console.log, and show sales, what we really did is we reassigned the value to number 9. As you can see, even it was 1 million up, here it became different, and then it's always a yes. It will never be a no. So you will have a problem. So this is why if you do like this, double equal, then you can see no, then it still gets the 1 million value. It has not been assigned. It's just only doing a comparison. So if you like videos like this, subscribe to my channel. And if you have a question regarding to the comparison operator, put them in the comment section below.